Hello, it's Monday. I put last week's Flosstube up earlier this morning. I have done an entire day's worth of stuff since then. As you can see, I've been outside, I've got little red cheeks. It's very cold and very windy outside. So I got a little bit more stitching done, but not very much, because I wanted to get this finished. But this is how much we got done. As you can see, I think I mentioned this at the end of the last week's Flosstube. This is meant to be done on a white background, and in the pattern the beard is not stitched. It's just left white with the white background. Because I'm using this fabric, which is Fairy Dust Cloud. It's a blue and pink fabric flare that's very creased. Blue and pink, and it's got all these little stars on it. So if you leave the beard, then obviously he has a blue and pink starry beard. So I decided he would have a pink beard. We're nearly done with this. I've just got the last little bit of the beard to do, and then over this side he's got his Santa sack. So I'll get that finished. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, hopefully, we shall see. But it's the start of a new week, which means we are spinning again, and I've decided that once that's done, what I'm going to start doing is adding in Etsy patterns. Because I was having a look, if you'll see from like my last Flosstube, when I was looking for that pattern to show you, I was looking for it on Etsy, but I was looking at it through my purchase list, quite a lot of which is cross stitch patterns. And yeah, so I've decided I am going to replace like for like as I finish things. So this is an Etsy pattern. I'm going to replace it with another Etsy pattern. Most of my Etsy patterns are quite small. Some of them are absolutely tiny. Some of them are a bit bigger, but some of them are absolutely tiny. So I think that's what I'm going to do going forward, is as I finish things, I'm going to replace them with something similar. So I'm gonna, rather than also going through my Etsy patterns all the time, I'm going to go from the ones that I bought the longest ago, and then just work through them from the ones that I've had for the longest all the way through to the most recent ones. I'm going to be doing a no spend next year. So the patterns that I have now, I have like so many patterns that I'm never ever going to be able to get through all of them, honestly. Yeah, so I might end up doing them in, because part of my no spend is I'm not going to be buying things unless I need them, and by need them I mean things like for the shop or anything like that, and something that I can write off as a business expense would be something that I need. Me doing my own stitching is not a business expense. So I am going to work my way through, but I am going to try and get things up as best as I can, but I'm also going to try and get through the floss that I already have. So we might just be doing a lot of either complete colour conversions or things that are just in the spirit of. But say a lot of them are quite small patterns anyway, so they're all going to need tiny little bits of the different flosses. And if I run out, I run out. It's very, very unlikely that I'm going to run out of patterns, but also I have lots of kits, so I'm not going to run out of stitching anytime soon. So yeah, that's going to be part of my stitchy plans. Completely impromptu, didn't mean to go on a little rant about that, but there we go. Right, let's see. Now I know it's late, it's like 5:30, I'm about to go and start cooking. I'm going to try and finish the Santa, at least finish his beard tonight, and maybe do the Santa sack tomorrow. But I want to do some stitching tonight, so I'm still going to spin the wheel and see what I can stitch tonight. Oh, spin. Let's have a look. Sorry, I forgot to turn down, it's loud. Bacchus. So, Bacchus is another. Can you even see that? There we go. I need to try and do something with the lighting in here. Bacchus is another Etsy pattern. So that'll be another one. When I finish that, I will then move on to another Etsy pattern. I'm probably not going to be finishing that anytime soon though. I've done like the full row across the top, so I've got the width of it. I'm just like moving down onto the next row. It does have quite a lot of open space though. It's got the frame. I'll see if I could find it for you. It has the frame. Oh, this is when I'm finished. I forgot I pulled this up earlier. When I have finished the Santa one, this is my next oldest pattern that I have. That's it stitched up. If you don't know, I love dragons. So this is going to be next on the list after I finish with Santa. Let's see if I can find Bacchus for you. I think that this might make me a little more motivated. I'm hoping it's going to make me a little more motivated to get through my Etsy patterns and stop spending so much money on stuff. And new. Okay, it's not good when I've typed in Bacchus and it's not there. I don't want to have to scroll through all my things again. But I think that might be the only way I'm going to find it. Because it's not there when I mean, I have done some of these patterns already. Do you know what Etsy does as well, which is really annoying, is if you've already bought a pattern from the designer, from the Etsy shop, you can buy that pattern again and it doesn't say, oh, do you know what, you've already bought this. I did that. I have a unicorn pattern on here from Doreen Jones, and thankfully she was lovely about it and she was like, yeah, it's fine, and then she refunded it for me. I would imagine it happens fairly frequently. See, I have other patterns on here as well, like crochet patterns, knitting patterns. So I really, yeah, I think I might do the same with my crocheting as well at some point. Oh, there he is. Right. Oh, it's because this spelled Bacchus wrong. Well, it's spelled right in the pattern. It's not spelled right. This is the correct spelling. This. Oh, no, it is. So why was it wrong? I don't know. Well, it wasn't there when I looked anyway. So this is the pattern. And I've done this top section here. But see, once you get into the actual hem, there's a lot of empty space there. So, yeah. I'm doing that in, is it DMC 112, 115, 115 maybe? I don't know. And I'm doing it on a pinky coloured fabric called Sweet Potato Fabric Flare. I'm doing it on 14 count Ada. Yes, 14 count Ada. And yeah, it's a nice pattern to work on. So hopefully I will be able to get some of that done tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow. Right, bye. Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday. It's the 10th of December. Just got back from taking little Alfie to school, and it's so weird out there today. It's quite mild as far as winter goes, except for the wind, because we've had like all these like storms and things, which, you know, we have been so lucky here. We've had a bit of flooding. I personally haven't, but in the area there has been flooding, but mostly it's been okay. But the wind, oh my goodness, the wind is like perishing. So we are striking the fine balance between wrapping up against the wind and not absolutely melting. because I get very warm very quickly, because I am about the age and bodily structure of getting very, very warm very, very quickly. So yeah, it's fun. Right, last night, yesterday's Flosstube I didn't record till like 5 o'clock or something, because I had been trying to finish my Santa. I still haven't finished Santa, but I think I'll get it finished today, hopefully. That's the plan for today, is to finish Santa. I got his beard finished. Anyway, I got his beard finished. However, I'm going to have to go and do a little bit of surgery. Can you see here on this S? Just there. So it would appear that when I've been snipping threads on the back, I may have inadvertently snipped the wrong thread. So I'm going to have to rip out a few stitches there and redo them, but it should just be a few stitches, hopefully. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it could be a lot worse. I was kind of tempted just to try and like bodge it and glue it at the back, but no, it'll just come out again and it'll annoy me. So there we go. So he just needs his Santa sack here, and then the little fixed bit here, and then Santa is done. I'm not sure whether to keep him in a hoop or whether to turn him into a little pillow, but either way he's going to be part of my decorations this year. I collect Santas, in case anybody didn't know. I collect Santas. How would you know that? Honestly, my brain. Right. When I did record yesterday, I spun the wheel and I spun up Bacchus. Let's see if I can find Bacchus for you. If only I knew this was going to happen, and then I could be organised for you. Honestly. There we go. Bacchus. This is by... Oh, we're spinning. This is by Elena Karatanova, Embroidery Patterns PDF. There we go. Sorry, that's my phone. eBay. Oh dear. Hair in my mouth. So this is what I spun up yesterday. Previously I had done across the top row and a tiny little bit down the side. I've just carried on working. Find somewhere to put my tablet in. I've just carried on working on that, and I got a couple of hundred stitches across this bit. I think I had done this section here, so I'm doing it in blocks of 10, because although it's quite it's a very set pattern, but it's one that's very easy to mess up because there's all the swirls go in different directions. So it's kind of logical, but also easy to mess up. So I've just been doing it in blocks of 10. I got these needle minders. I got a set of them on Amazon, and I'm not massively happy with them. Like the needle minder itself is really nice, but the magnets on them are a bit rubbish. So I might have to put my own magnets on them. The fabric I'm using for this and for Santa, actually, they're both Fabric Flare. So if you've not used Fabric Flare before, they are printed with the white on the back. This one's a 14 count Ada, that one's a 16 count. No, 18 count. Santa is on 18 count. Bacchus is on 14 count. And I'm using DMC 115, so it's variegated dark and light red. Santa is using mostly the called for, or in the spirit of the called for, when I didn't have them. So let's see. Oh no, Fitbit, why are you opening? On it, see me in touchscreens, I should not be allowed. Like, every time I like go near anything with a touchscreen, I make it do weird stuff. Right, I'm going to turn the volume down. There we go. Right, let's see, what are we doing today? I still have things on here I've not spun, you know. Rennie Mackintosh. I think I spun this up last week for the first time, and this is I don't have it in here, it's the really old Scottish kit that I had, based on the artwork of Charles Rennie Mackintosh. So yeah, that one is one of my oldest whips. It's on 14 count plain white Ada that came with the kit. It's quite nice Ada though. It's like the soft pliable type, not the really stiff stuff that rags all your threads like you normally get in some old kits. Oh dear. So yeah, I'm working a bit on that today. So stitchy plans for today are to finish Santa and to work a bit on my Rennie Mackintosh. I think that is a reasonable plan for today. I can do this. Right, I'll be back tomorrow to let you see how I got on with it. Right, bye. Hello, good morning. It is Wednesday the 11th of December. I did very little stitching yesterday. I never even touched my Rennie Mackintosh, which was what I had spun up yesterday. I ended up, I was just like doing stuff with the kids and ended up not really getting much stitchy time. I worked a little bit on my secret project because that has been getting very neglected. I really need to catch up on that. And I did finish my Santa. So there he is. So yesterday I had the sack to do and I had some like repair work to do on this S because I had been very silly and cut the threads behind it. So I did that. I did the repair work in the S and finished doing his little sack, and he's adorable. So I have decided just to finish him in the hoop. So I hadn't cut the fabric because I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I've just decided to finish him in the hoop and put him on my tree or by my tree. I've got like a little Santa collection underneath my tree. Oh, edgy eye. A little Santa collection underneath my tree. So yeah, we did that. So we don't have that. That's it. That's all the stitching I have to show you for today. I know, it's so shocking, so bad. Right, but at least I did some stitching, which is better than last week where I had to miss days. Right, so we're not doing Rennie Mackintosh, which is fine. Let's see, what are we going to do today? Harley. Nice easy stitching. So Harley is a printed, I don't have a picture for it, but Harley's a printed cross stitch. She's quite big, she's like this sort of size. Yeah, so printed cross stitch is 14 count Ada. I'm going to try and find the thing. Where did I leave? I think I've spun Hartley up before, so I think you have actually seen her. Oh, here we go. This is the pattern that I'm going to replace Santa with. Those who deny the existence of dragons are often eaten by them. So it's a very small pattern. Let's see, does it have a size on it? 100 by 110. So that shouldn't take me too long, really. Yeah, shouldn't take too long. It doesn't look like 14 colours, a little bit of backstitch, but backstitch for letters doesn't seem to bother me as much as backstitching on things. I have a very precarious relationship with backstitch. I think it looks beautiful and backstitch will absolutely bring a piece to life. I just don't like doing it when it's like very fiddly backstitch, you know, where you have to do, if it's just from like hole to hole backstitch, I'm fine with that. When it's like you have to do little partials and zigzaggy bits and find holes where there are no holes and that sort of backstitch, I do not like doing at all whatsoever. But I have to admit, although I dislike doing it, it does absolutely bring a piece to life. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll probably just carry on working on the background for Harley again. It's very dark around the edges, so I'll just carry on working on that, I think. And at least with that, I don't need to, because it's printed, it means I don't need to worry about having a pattern there. I just have my fabric and my threads. Right, I'm going to go. I will be back tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good morning. It is Thursday. It is the 12th of December. I have 2 sick kids off school again. However, we shall press on. I've made some changes to my wheel. So I had like 13 or 14 things on the wheel, I think. And you know, I had finished my Santa and I was talking about swapping it out for a like for like. Well, I was having a look at the wheel and I still, even though I've been doing this for quite a few weeks now, I still have some stuff that hadn't been spun up, which leads me to the conclusion that I have too many things on the wheel, essentially. So what we're doing now, I have decided, I have trimmed the wheel down and I've split it up into sections. So what we now have, what have I done? Right, we now have a much smaller wheel. So carrying on with the switching out like for like themes, we're going to have a kit, a fancy lady, a PDF from somewhere random on the internet, an Etsy, a full coverage, a monochrome and a printed. So that's 1, 2, 3. So we have 7 projects on there, and each time I finish one of these I'll just swap it out for a like for like. So for the kit I've left Totoro on there, fancy lady I've kept Xenia, the PDF I've still got my Dracula, Etsy is now going to be the dragon, my full coverage is Alice, Ravens is my monochrome, and Harley is my printed. So that's what we're going to carry on with, and this way I will see more progress on things as well, rather than just maybe spinning something up and then potentially not seeing it again for weeks. Because like I say, I've literally got things on there that I haven't seen at all, even though I'm spinning every day, well, more or less every day. So that's the plan going forward. Yesterday I spun Harley. I forgot to bring the thing through. This is Harley, she's printed. I pretty much filled in all this and all down here. So I've got quite a bit done. On top of this as well, I'm also going to be having my head style starting soon, which I'm very excited about. I think that's, so what, we're on the 12th, so it's about 3 weeks-ish till I start that. Very excited. Somebody's worked it out that if I do, I think it's 234 stitches a day, I'll have the entire style finished by the end of the year, which gives me quite a nice bit of wiggle room to be able to get the 6 pages done that I need to get to finish. Like the challenge that you do for the head style is 6 pages. So if I do 234 stitches isn't a lot, I'm going to be doing that in half stitch, and I should be able to do that. So even missing days I should be able to get my 6 pages done quite easily. Right, let's see what we're spinning today. Anyway, Xenia, my fancy lady. Why is it's not? There we go. Xenia, my fancy lady. I think, do I still have a picture of her up here? I do not. Oh my goodness. I thought I had a picture of her on here. Let me have a look. No. Okay. I was sure I had a picture. So yeah, there we go. She's my Nora Corbett. I've been showing her for a really long time. It's a very small piece, and this is one of the reasons why I've changed to the smaller wheel. as well as just to get more progress on things, because she's a small piece and she should have been finished a long time ago, because she was on, when I was doing my weekly rotations, she was on the weekly rotation. I am finding though I'm stitching a lot more doing this as a daily spin rather than the weekly rotation thing, because on the weekly rotation I kept sort of procrastinating and being like, oh well, I've got a week, so you know, as long as I get some progress, and then the week just flies by. This way I'm actually stitching a lot more, which is nice. Right, so I will be back tomorrow. I will show you my progress on Xenia, and tomorrow will be the wrap up, and then this will get uploaded. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Bye. Hello, good morning. It is Friday the 13th. This is the last part of my Flosstube for the week. I almost said Vlogmas there because I'm doing Vlogmas as well. It's the last part of my Flosstube for the week, and I didn't get an awful lot of stitching done yesterday, and most of the stitching I did get done was on my secret project. So I spun up Xenia, and this is mostly, I've just done some filling around here. I've done it a little bit more black and a little bit more of this dark red, but there's barely anything on there. I had both the kids off sick yesterday. They're both off again today. The dog's complaining because I won't let her in the room. She's sitting in there with the kids. She's perfectly fine, in case you can hear her complaining, but I just won't let her in the room. So yesterday, one of the reasons also I never got a lot done on Zia was because I lost the project. I've got like a little, it's actually sold as a vegetable rack. It's just like little grey trays, and I keep all my whips on there from a cross stitch, and it wasn't on there. And yeah, it turns out the last time I had recorded, I'd stuck it over there on my sewing table, and then I had put something on top of it, so I spent half a day looking for it as well. That was a lot of missed stitching time because of my squirrel brain. Right, so let's see what we're going to work on today. Oh, it's a new start. So the Etsy dragon, I think I showed it, I showed this before. This is going to be the Etsy pattern that's replaced my, oh no, it's not even there anymore. It was on the front page. Oh dear. So this is going to be the one that replaces my Santa stop, and I can't find a picture for it now. No. Let's go all the way back here. There we go. Yeah. Normally it's on my my front page because I've showed it before, and I've not really been on Etsy because I have done all of my Christmas shopping pretty much now. I've just got little bits to get. So this is one I will be starting today. I will probably do it on the same fabric I did Santa on, because I like that fabric, and I will probably try and do it in the called for, depending on if I have the threads for it. If not, I'll just grab something close and it'll be fine. Okay, so I will be back later on to see how much of a start I've got. But I also am working on Alfie's blanket. I didn't get all my rows done on that yesterday, so I need to like do extra on that today. And I also need to do my secret stitching. So I'll see how much I get done. And yeah, I'll be back later on for my little weekly wrap up. Right, I'll see you later. Bye. Bye. Hello. It is now 11:20. Hey dear, it's been a long day. A long day with very little stitching, unfortunately. So I just popped on to do my little wrap up, show you the very pathetic amount of stitching that I did, and yeah, just get this edited and uploaded for you. Earlier on I spun up those Dunai dragons, which is very cute. That's the stitched up version of it. It's by Kick Stitches on Etsy. I have decided I'm going to work my way through my Etsy patterns as one of my things on my wheel. So this is the first one. It's going to be a pretty quick stitch. It's only 3,000 stitches maybe. Just under 3,000 stitches. It's very small. And this, oh, where is my mouse? This is my little start. I did about 170 something stitches. I've used the same fabric that I did Santa Stop, which is Fabric Flare Fairy Dust Clouds Blue Pink, which is an 18 count Aida. And what way are we going? That way. And you will notice that mine is a slightly different colour. I decided to go with more of a spiral kind of theme. I went with the spiral rather than the colours that are on there, mostly because I don't have the called for colours for the actual dragon, so I decided it's going to look better as spiral. And I think that's me. I am going to get this edited and uploaded for you, and I'll be back on Monday. This weekend is going to be secret stitching. I need to get this Christmas gift stitched on and done so that it's off my mind. The Haid Sal, and today is the 13th, and today's the last day. It closes at midnight tonight, but it's midnight Eastern time I think in the US, so I have no idea what time that is anywhere else, but the 13th of December Eastern time is the last day you can sign up for the Haid Sal. There have been over 2,000 sign-ups now, which means we get 2 free charts. We got the hummingbirds and the little dragon thing that I showed before. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So the free charts, as far as I'm aware, come out on the 1st of January, the same time as the first pages from the Sal. So yeah, I'm excited to get started. Now I can see my flosses up there, and I now need to find my fabric because I put my fabric in a safe place. I realised this when I went to sort it out the other day and make sure everything was there. I just wanted to like double check the size of my fabric, and I don't know where I put it. So that's another job for the weekend, find the fabric. Oh dear. It's not in with the rest of my fabric. I had left it out specifically because I knew that I was going to use it for the Sal, and now I can't remember where I put it because my squirrel's trying to do a million things at once all the time. It's fine. It's in the house somewhere. I'll find it. Okay, I'm going to go. I will be back on Monday. Have a lovely weekend, and yeah, whatever you're doing, enjoy. Bye.